Hi friends. Well, coming to the unicorn again. Maybe representing that otherworldly place that's really within us, where our soul family abides. I call mine my 12D friends, even though the ones I currently share and communicate with are on 5D. So, I have one of those journals ready to share. But, well, let's see, some housekeeping. I don't announce. I feel it would be a break in the flow to be saying, well, this is them, and this is me, and this is them, and this is me. So I pause. And if you'll click to the transcript, you'll be able to see all of my words are flush with the left margin, and their words are indented. And so if any clarification is required, it's there for you. Your choice, how you view these things. Now, beyond housekeeping, I'm feeling so full in spirit, it's like I'm pregnant, and I just can't birth this stuff fast enough. So I've got a good bit stacked up, waiting and ready to record, but it seems like lately every time I turn the camera on, I'm just too full for that. And so something live comes out. So let's see where we go with this. Also, if you're ever following along with the transcript, you'll be able to see where I ad-lib and add things in. This is from January 8th, the second one of the day, and the Mayan day was 9 Flint. This is the first time also that on one of these 12D conversations I have included some links, but that will be explained as we go. One of them is difficult, or the topic is difficult and challenging, and the other one is uplifting and ascending and breaking out of the matrix. So I think they form a nice pair. So here we go. Hello, my friends. So lovely that you're always so close. Yes, we are that. You have some concerns. Yes, I do. I've just watched a video that's stirred up some concerns, rather heavy ones. So this will be our first conversation where I include some links so people can see where I'm coming from, what I mean. I learned tonight that trans-humanism is the new word for eugenics. So just like global warming became climate change, you know, they're just trying to make it more palatable. But underneath it's the same thing. Okay. And it makes sense to me. Consider how it's being implemented, used on all of us. I'd heard it before, but tonight a scientist researcher presented pictures and evidence that one of the chemtrail components is blood, human blood cells. Further, these cells have been heavily modified. These things being placed in our skies have nanotech written all over them. Many of the chemtrail components are modifying biology wherever they fall. Trees especially are being clearly affected, and not in a good way. Yet, to put blood is to put DNA into the mix, something able to directly modify our DNA, and in short order. All of this without so much as a by your leave or explanation. It's heavy stuff, using both Earth and all living beings as lab rats this way. I want to know what Earth has to say about this. My hope is that it's not beyond her ability to cast off or master in some way. I read nothing but very dark intentions behind it. Oh, how I'd love to be wrong. Please share with me. Have you any comfort to give? As always, only truth, though. If there's no comfort, well, that's the way it is. You have chosen a difficult subject. This is a serious burden to Earth. Tell me then, what impact will our ascension with Earth into higher dimensions make? Do you see this genetic manipulation as something that can slow or prevent the upward move? No, we definitely don't see this stopping simply any of you. Your rise is assured, as much as it can be, barring choices of free will. This genetic tampering does seek to hold you down and back, to be the ultimate weapon of total control, while being packaged as something to enhance your abilities, something desirable. The intention behind it is anything but. Yes, I left 3 comments on the video. I seldom do that, nor do I like to find a thread where someone has dominated it. Still, what I feel inside are so many layers and levels of objection to this that deserve to be heard. Just waking up 1 or 2 can make a difference, since each one is divine. 1 or 2 gods, little g, are a powerful force. Well, moonlight chimes in. Okay, where was I? But let us get to that waking up stage. Not being suckered in by such grandiose promises that were never meant to take place. Yet, my friends, even if people wake up to the potential dark uses of this technology, what good will that do when it's already ongoing today? How can we say no? What is best for us to understand and to do? Why are you silent? Have you nothing to say? No, it's not that, but we feel the Earth can speak for herself. As your bodies are very much parts or growths of Mother Earth, this will have relevance for your bodies as well. Okay then. Dear Mother Earth, I express concerns here that I have for you and for us. Will you please share with me how you see these things and perhaps give some advice? Yes, daughter, I will. I am glad to speak with you. Yes, I read your thoughts that I feel different from your soul group of friends. Certainly. No planet feels like man. I am concerned, yes. It is true that the die-off of trees can be traced, quite a lot of it, to what falls from the sky and is taken up by them. You have heard, I know, of many extinctions taking place of various life forms, as well as many apparent suicides, beachings of whales and dolphins. You have also heard, but I will confirm that they go ahead of you. They go to New Earth, there to await your arrival. In the higher density, none of these dark plans and machinations can come in. There is an ethics and integrity present there that is nothing but love. None can enter who don't resonate with divine love. That is music to my ears, to my heart. Yet, I am also concerned for your 3D form, Mother Earth. Will you share with me whether there will be perhaps a cleansing by fire or some kind of a worldwide purging of everything on your surface, or even deeper, as we take that last step into New Earth? While there is much that it's not timely to share right now, I can assure you that this darkness will be stopped in its tracks. Its design was to hold you back from arising yourselves, but it can't succeed. In the Aquarian age, only truth and ethics are supported, woven throughout. That which is dark, such as this transhumanist agenda, in spite of whatever pretty words they use to try to sell it to you to gain your consent, does not make the grade. Just as you are divine beings, little g gods yourself, so am I divine. We have powers, my child, that once unleashed will make short work of the dark that has long tried to take you over, and me as well. Yes, you see me looking through your eyes, as it were, at your internet work. I approve. One of the things you share that I like most is advice to throw off the programming by casting off your previous ideas of who and what you all are. By first recognizing your divine essence and then anchoring in that, identifying with that, you lay the groundwork necessary for a swift shift. How you see yourselves in this age is most important, and critical even. As long as you can be made to think so much less of yourselves than you deserve, then you can be manipulated and tricked. A part of this awakening to your true nature will include withdrawing your trust from almost anything you've been told. By anchoring in the divine essence, then looking out on the world from there, you will no longer even be able to trust what is not true. Clarity of vision will return. It will hurt, yes. You will know the many ways you have been duped and used. Nonetheless, you will be seeing so clearly and rediscovering your deep love for truth, so this will gently cushion the discoveries you will make. I go now. Be at peace, Theresa Ann. Lead the way in this peace, so that many will not fall into emotional distress over what is being learned. Fear is the only enemy I see for man and womankind. And this emotional pain is laced through with deep fear. This is unnecessary and will do nothing for your fellows nor for me. So, raise and keep raising your resonance so that you will vibrate in consonance with New Earth. You yourselves are there already, but in another form, one you're not yet conscious of. It won't be that long, just a few years. Thank you ever so much, Mother Earth or Gaia. I am refreshed by this. While news of this transhumanist manipulation of all of us is still not a light thing, it is so good to know that it cannot ultimately succeed, at least not here, not now. The tide has turned. Hello again, my 12D friends. This was a bit strange. I'm always feeling so new these days, so constantly changing. I guess it ought to be no surprise that these conversations would reflect that. Still, it was odd when you were so silent. Was it that I didn't ask the right question, so you could not put it forth to ask Gaia instead? Yes, Theresa Ann, there are some lines over which we cannot intrude uninvited, even though we are so very close with you. Among the light beings, there is a sort of ultimate respect for the dimensions. Each has its own, what you might call, rules, though they are more organic than that, as you will see. You will remember soon enough. Well, as this is nanotech, as this nanotech and transhumanism topic is so very heavy, I invite you to be ever close with the reminder not to let it get to me. As Mother Earth said, that just doesn't help. Further, it likely helps pull others down too. I know there are times when it's important to go with the flow of emotions, to just let them be and observe. Clearly, there are also times when we can catch the downward spiral in the making and cut it off first. I like that. Yes, so do we. Discernment is needed as you all go forward now. It gets easier for more and more of you to see through the plots and ploys of the Dark Ones, since they are so desperate these days that they badly overplay their hand. So many of them haven't yet been able to give up their visions of always being in full control. Okay then, perhaps you haven't said much since I've talked so much, but this topic still seems heavy to me. I'd like to go and be with it for a time. I have much to both digest and adjust to in what has been shared. Thank you so much. Glad I didn't give up mid-conversation when you were quiet. Somehow you always come through. Good night, dear one. Take your rest. The more rest and quiet time you all get, the quicker the DNA and other alterations brought on by the solar and cosmic rays can go forward, insulating you from much the Dark Ones would like to do. Be at peace. We are ever with you. Okay, finally, my friends, I ask you to go out and inform everyone of their own personal soul family and how very close they all are. Please work to help us all to connect this way. We have your support, but it's so much nicer to bring that into conscious awareness and begin to converse. Surely, it's a good idea, one we're glad to assist with. It will bring an increased measure of peace to your world. Thank you, and good night. Not that I know if you have nights and days, but that will be a great conversation for another day. Namaste. Now, my apologies. I have Skype on in the background, and I'm downloading some things, and that's that sound that you're hearing there. Like I said, I'm just so full that I guess I get ahead of myself sometimes. Anyway, namaste, my friends. Turn the camera on, I'm just too full for that. And so something live comes out. So let's see where we go with this. Also, if you're ever following along with the transcript, you'll be able to see where I ad-lib and add things in. This is from January 8th, the second one of the day, and the Mayan day was not. So the ones I currently share and communicate with are on 5D. So I have one of those journals ready to share. But, well, let's see, some housekeeping. I don't announce. I feel it would be a break in the flow to be saying, well, this is them. And hi, friends. Well, coming to the unicorn again. Maybe representing that otherworldly place that's really within us, where our soul family abides. I call mine my 12D friends. Even how you view these things. Now, beyond housekeeping, I'm feeling so full in spirit, it's like I'm pregnant and I just can't birth this stuff fast enough. So I've got a good bit stacked up, waiting and ready to record, but it seems like lately every time and this is me and this is them and this is me, so I pause. And if you'll click to the transcript, you'll be able to see all of my words are flush with the left margin and their words are indented. And so if any clarification is required, it's there for you. Good choice.